Hello YouTubies, I'm Grant, this is the garage, this is Granty's garage. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the engine or motor mount on a Porsche 986.
For this job, you will need an awesome Granty's Garage first piece of merch, Granty's Garage Boxster sticker, available on the link below.
For this job, you will actually need a jack and axle stands, T27 Torx bit, a 7mm socket, 10mm socket, a 15mm socket, whatever you spin them with, and some extensions, whatever you can afford for additional 15mm spanners, and a torque wrench. And here's what you might want for this job: a second set of axle stands and illumination. With the car jacked up, the first thing you're going to want to do is remove these under trays. This one is not essential. That middle one, if you still have it, you do need to get out of the way for this job. Taking that one off though will make life a little bit easier. To get these off, there's a mix of, on the back one, a few T27 Torx screws and 10mm plastic nuts. And along here are all 10mm plastic nuts, just to remove that one, if you're lucky enough to still have all of your under trays. It's worth noting with some of these, they are going to be a pain and they are going to just spin. You can see the corrosion on those ones there. So take your time with it, but it's worth it to help you do the job better, easier later. So we're going to go ahead and get those off. Now the tray is removed. What I've done is I have braced the jack against the bottom of the engine near the front. It is written that you can do it from the bottom of the sump, as I have done there. I've got a piece of wood just in case. That helps spread the load slightly, but also allows a little bit of ever so slight amount of compression. But I've also set up my other axle stands with another bar between them. The edge of each of those axle stands is in line with that sump, just as an absolute fail-safe. Should the jack fail for whatever reason, that engine is not going to be able to go very far. The main thing we're trying to avoid here is you definitely don't want to allow it to fall on yourself. That would be priority number one. Priority two would be make sure it doesn't fall and therefore take any damage. So that should hold it, and you do want to use a jack and have that in place ready, because you may want to use the actual lifting of the jack when we're putting this mount back in afterwards. So now that safety is covered, we can go do some actual work. Right, we are going to do this with these two pipes in situ, which is possible. What we need to do is unhook these clips on each side so that they are open, which might be easier said than done, than trying to do this whilst looking at the camera. You may need to get a tool, and then we'll unclip them from here. This one I'm doing by feel. And we'll move them forwards and off of the mount itself. There are two little tabs that these attach to, and we want to get these out of the way because it will give us enough wiggle room on the pipes to be able to get the tools in that we need to. This is incredibly hard to film, so do forgive me. I had to get my hands all the way around them, so the footage was pointless. You couldn't see anything. These ones were a little bit stuck, so I'm not going to pretend they were easy. It might have something to do with there was a pretty significant coolant leak on this car, so all this stuff around here's got slight bits of like corrosion and stuff on it. Ultimately lifted the tab that's on the side. You can see this one's still here, and then wiggled them with my hand round like this, wiggled them down, and eventually they both came off. The next thing we want to do is we want to go and remove the bolts that are on this carrier. These are 15mm. There's two on each side, so there are two here. This is on the right hand side, and there are two over here that we need to move, be able to just wiggle these pipes slightly out of the way. The right hand side, slightly more direct route. Left hand side, we are going to have to push the pipe out of the way to get to it. Now to do this, I'll explain it in this bit before I go ahead and do it. I'm actually going to put a little bit of Vaseline just on the pipes themselves, so I'm not causing any friction, and that way we're not going to end up trying to eat through them or anything. We're just going to go and get those 4 bolts off. Here are those bolts out. Now, the first two, which were the wider two for some reason, came out with the stud, which is fine. You do need to get the studs out, especially this one, if we're looking at the front of the car, because he'll be in the way of the bolt that's on the mount. You do that with a 7mm on the end of them there. They come out pretty easy. These should not be fused in or anything. So that's those. Move on to the next bit. This is the new motor mount that we're going to be replacing. What the orientation in which this sits is like this way round, up against the engine, this being the front of the car, the front of the engine being here. So we've got 4 bolts to remove. Now I gather some of these cars do have 3. I've not seen one with 3, but one here. These two are relatively easy to get to. And then we've got these kind of half ones here and here. So what will happen is when we loosen off these two, they don't need to come all the way out. We'll move the mount like this and then like this. And then to get it back in, we'll do the same thing. They are 15mm. I'll attempt to show you where they are under the car, but you'll be able to pick it up. Sometimes this one and this one are easier to get from the top, but we'll try and do it all from the bottom. But you get it from the top by going through the panel behind the seats, which we may resort to. We'll see what we can fit in there. But 4 15mm that we now need to go and undo. So we're under the car again. Forgive the filming, it's very difficult. There's one of the top ones in the light moving there. There's one of the bottom ones, front and center of picture. The other bottom one is there. And his top one is in the corresponding place. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those. They're 15mm. And then we need to wiggle it out. It's almost going to be impossible to film this because the car is definitely not high enough for the camera and for fitting me. So I'm going to go and undo those, and then I'll show you me moving it out. Now, here's the other reason I like to have the axle stands there. So at the beginning, when you undo the mount, you definitely don't want it to be able to fall. But you do need to move the engine down ever so slightly to be able to get, certainly on the left-hand side of the car, as if it's facing forwards, to actually have the clearance to get the bolt out. So what I did is, after it was loose and ready to come, I lowered the sort of emergency jacks, as it were, by 1 click. I then slowly let the engine down on the jack, but the jack stands are there to not allow me to drop it all the way. Once it's down just enough, you can then slide that bolt out. So he's over there, and you just need to drop it enough to clear. Oh, sorry, to clear effectively this piece here on that side. So that's been done. There's just the 2 top ones left in there now. Here's the old mount out of the car. We can see that, oh, let's put it somewhere flat, but without very much pressure at all, can move quite a lot because of the bushing in here is starting to at least fail anyway. So kick the camera. The next thing that we need to do is undo these 2 bolts here, because naturally we're going to replace this part with new hotness. So these are 15mm each end. The easiest way to do this normally, put it on the floor this way, then you can put your foot on here, break both of those off, and then you can gun them out if you need to. With them apart, this is the old one, so we can see cracking in there. You can actually see straight through this one, and I can actually, if I get in focus, I can actually move that with my finger. which is not cool. This is the new one. You cannot see, I'm talking through here, obviously. It's an alien guy, and I can't move that at all with my hands. So, transferred over the rubber pads from that one. I'm going to do the opposite of what I've just done, and then this can go back in the car. With the carrier now attached to the new mount, the installation for this is basically a reverse of taking it out. To put it back in the car, we're going to start with the left-hand side, put that over the coolant pipe, put it all the way up, and then we're going to hook that bolt in that is still in the engine. We're going to pivot on that one until this one then gets into place with the other. Probably easy to show you this here because showing you on the car underneath it is very difficult, but that's how we're going to work. But we're going to move all the way over, get it in, and then hook up. And then we can go for those four once we've got these two in, those four tightened.
Alright, so after much wiggling around, eventually got the mount back into place as described as I was going to, although I did do it the wrong way around the first time and wondered why I struggled. What I've now done is also put in the studs for the carrier mount and put them up through the gaps into the chassis, ready to kind of receive the engine and the mount. So I'm now going to go and lift the engine by the jack so that it lifts it back up to its spot. Those pins will make sure it kind of guides to the right place. And then we're going to go and tighten everything up.
If you're still here and you found that video helpful, please give the video a thumbs up. All and any engagement helps. Drop a comment below on any other jobs you might want to see done on these. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, there is a playlist of a DIY library specifically for these cars that we are going to be probably forever building as they get older and get more things needing done to them. The whole idea being, let's try and make it easier for as many more people as possible to keep as many more of these on the road as we can without having to spend what can become a certain percentage of the car's value, well, a high enough percentage of the car's value compared to like what these cost now, particularly for the labour. If you would like to support the channel, you can consider becoming a YouTube member from as little as £1 a month. And if you want to super support us, go and buy one of the really cool stickers. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one.